Hi Intro to Music. Today I'm going to show you how a pipe organ works. Now the first thing you'll probably notice is that the pipe organ is just like a piano, but it has two keyboards. These keyboards are called manuals. And you're probably wondering, why are they called manuals? Well, they're called manuals because that's what they call them. So the pipe organ uses pressurized wind to drive air through pipes of different lengths, and that creates different pitches and octaves. So, for instance, there are typically 4 lengths of pipes on a normal pipe organ. There's 16, 8, 4, and 2-foot pipes. So the 16s, well, I'll start with the 2. The 2s sound like this. On the same note, the 4-foot sounds like this. The 8-foot sounds like this. And the 16-foot sounds like this. And when you put them all together, you have 4 different octaves on one note. Now the organ is different from the piano in that in the piano you hit a key and there's a quick decay of volume. But on the organ you hold a key and that doesn't happen. And I can hold that key until tomorrow and it'll still keep playing at that same volume. On the organ, there are different categories of stops. We have the boring ones and we have the fun ones. The fun ones are what are called the reed pipes, and they are brass or typically copper pipes that deliver a really strong sound like a trumpet. And another one would be an oboe. And you're probably wondering why these don't sound very familiar or they don't mimic the instrument that I'm saying very well. And that's because they're supposed to be imitative. They're not supposed to be exactly just like it. I mean, it's air through a pipe. It's the best you're going to get. This is the swell manual and this is the great manual. And what's interesting about these is, say I want to use all these, we have a volume pedal down here and it's called the swell pedal, so it only affects the swell. So if I change the pedal, if I change how far it is forward on swell, it'll control the volume. If I do the same thing for the great manual, it will not change the volume. That's because it is a swell pedal. So now at this point in the video, you might be thinking, man, playing 2 different keyboards and this pedal at the same time is pretty hard. It's about to get more difficult. So what we have down here is what's called the pedal board. It is made up of the first 32 notes of the keyboard, but you play them with your feet. So for example, so earlier when I said that we have stops that go 16, 8, 4, and 2 feet, the pedal board is an exception. It goes all the way down to 32, and 2 organs in the world go down to 64 feet. So, for example, I'll start at 4 foot and go all the way to 32 foot. And that is the lowest note on the pedal board, low C. And when you put some of the stops together, like this, you'll get a sound you'll probably recognize.